Hey everyone, welcome back to Getaway Crochet. I'm Lisa. Today is Tuesday. It is day 4 of my long weekend. It actually happened where we got Monday off. The dealership is closed, so we don't have to work. We didn't have to work yesterday. And then I work on Saturday, and my day off is generally Tuesday, so it just happened to fall within the long weekend. So I got 4 days off in a row, which was wonderful. Yeah, so I'm thinking to myself, am I ready to go back tomorrow? Yeah, usually after about 4 days off, I'm generally getting a little antsy, kind of going out of my mind in the house. But I mean, the plan today, we'll see we'll see how close we get to this plan. So the plan today was to finish up laundry, which I'm pretty much done with it. I did it all over the last couple days. And then I was gonna vacuum. And kind of clean the house a little bit because it really needs it, and I actually have the time. And I was gonna say I have the motivation, but I really don't have the motivation right now to clean the house. So here we are, trying to avoid cleaning a house. We were procrastinating. Oh my goodness, what did my camera just do? Okay, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. So it has been a busy 4 days. It has. I've gotten actually a lot of stuff done. Minus yesterday. I did get a stack of granny squares done yesterday. However, there was more sleep happening yesterday than there was crocheting. Which was not the plan. On Saturday, I told my mom, because we always get together on Saturdays to crochet. So one of these times I'm actually going to film it. So you guys can meet my mom and stuff. But, so we got together Saturday, and I was up at like 9 o'clock. Which, on a Saturday, I'm usually up, not up before 11. And I said I didn't want to waste any of my little time off because I wanted to get a lot of stuff done. I had things I needed to do. I just wanted to get stuff done. And I felt like if I was going to be productive, I needed to go to bed early and get up early. So that was the plan. That was pretty much shot by Sunday. So I'm just going to work on these granny squares while I'm talking to you guys. So before we get into what I have been working on today, I hope everybody had a wonderful long weekend and you got to relax. And you enjoyed it. I made sure I did a lot of relaxing this weekend. Okay, I just want to forewarn you guys before we get any farther in this video here that I have 2 very, very needy dogs today. I don't know, I think it's just because they've been home with me for 4 days straight and they are going out of their mind. They don't want to be out, they don't want to be in, they just don't know what they want. Well, Loco could care less, he doesn't care where he is, but the German Shepherd Max, you know how he is. He always wants to be by me, and he's just having an extra hard time today. I don't know why. So I apologize. He's probably going to interrupt the video quite a few times because I've tried to record it already twice and I've had to stop because of him. So we will see how far we get in this video before he interrupts us. Okay, so anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm still waking up. I did not sleep worth a crap last night. My husband was snoring something awful. And I literally kept telling him, please roll over, you're snoring, Nothing. Like, he would be like, okay, and then he, like, wouldn't move. He was so tired, he just wouldn't move. And then when he finally did roll over, and I finally almost fell asleep, then he'd roll over, and every time he rolled over, he would shove me, and I don't know why he felt the need to do that, but he did that. I mean, I had my earplugs in last night, and I could still hear him snoring logs like it was nothing. So I literally didn't even get to sleep. I went to bed at 12:30. I didn't get to sleep until after 4 because of the shenanigans that man was having in the bed. He has no control over anything when he sleeps. Like, he sleepwalks sometimes. Like he doesn't remember anything up. So I'm gonna when he gets home from work today, he had to work today and yesterday. And when he gets home from work today, I'm gonna tell him what about his shenanigans, and he's gonna laugh, and I'm gonna laugh, and I'll be like, hey, you shoved me tonight, and I'm gonna shove you back. I don't know what that was about. But no, there was no waking him up. There was no waking him up. So, I don't know what was going on in that man's head last night, but it kept me awake. And I'm very tired. And it's my last day off, and I wanted to get up before noon today. Like, I didn't get up till 1 o'clock yesterday. And I wanted to get up before noon today because I wanted to be productive. It's my last day off. I wanted to get kind of on a decent sleep schedule again because obviously I'm not going to be able to sleep till noon or 1 tomorrow. So, since I have to get up at like 8 o'clock. So, I'm trying to get back on my schedule, but I really just want to go back to bed. I really do. I just want to go back to sleep. But I can't. Maybe a nap later, we'll see. Anyway, so I am just going to border these granny squares that need to be finished here while we're talking. This is halfway point here, so, with the stack of squares, I will show you them. So, what have I been working on? I have been working on squares for bags, which I will show you here in just a moment. I do have the windows open, so if there is a lot of excess noise, hopefully most people are back at work today, so it should be fairly quiet, but we don't want it to be like we hear planes going overhead and like cars driving by and all the things. So if that happens, I'll close the windows. But it's beautiful outside. It is 60 degrees with a nice small breeze. It is gorgeous. And I love having the windows open when I'm home. If I could have them open, the dogs love it too. So, all right, anyway, back to crochet. Like I said, I'm very tired, and I'm probably not going to stay on topic very well today, so just, again, a forewarning. But I got a video up. I'm proud of myself. Okay. All right, so last week while we were talking, while we were talking and crocheting, I was finishing up these squares for a bag, and these squares are based on the all-in-one granny. Oh god! Oh, there goes yarn. This all-in-one Red Heart granny square yarn here. Now I did not use this yarn for these squares, and let me tell you why. For those of you who are new to my channel, when I did my granny square yarn review, so you have to adjust your tension, or you have to do it according to the pattern that they give you. I can't do either of that. When I do granny squares, it's because they're mindless. I can just whip them up. I do them at my own pace, my own speed, my own tension. And I can't like take time to tighten tension, loosen tension to get the colors just right. It's a waste of time in my opinion. It drives me crazy. So what I did is I buy a skein of this, or 2 or 3 or 4 depending, and I will color match, and I will make my own granny squares. And then I will use this for corner to corner throws. So I have, I think, 3 of these. 1, 2, 2 at least. Thought I had 3, but maybe not. Okay, well, we'll just go with I have 2. And every time I go to buy more, they're out of stock. So they have not come back in stock in store at my Joann's. And then on Yarnspirations, you can buy them, but I was waiting till I got paid, and I got paid, and now they're out of stock again. So we're waiting on that, which is fine. So last week, that's what we were doing. I finished those up while I was talking to you guys. Then, after that, I completed 13 of these granny squares. This is made with Red Heart, or, oh my god, not Red Heart. I love this yarn in 2 different kinds. It's like a lavender, and then there's like a variegated with the same purple and stuff inside. So I made 13 of those. So those are all done. I'm not going to show all of them because they're kind of all over the place. So I made those. Then I've been working on my neon blanket. Oh, before we get any farther, I organized my yarn area. It is organized. It's not just a heap. I mean, there's little heaps, but they're in buckets. So everything is actually in a bucket. The living room looks functional again, and my desk is a work in progress, because all the yarn that I'm actually using to make squares is actually lined up on my desk over here. But everything is put away for the most part. I do have a few bags of yarn that I have no room for right now that are just sitting next to the yarn wall. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Let me show you. I'm just trying to. I literally just started piling stuff down here now, so it doesn't look. Okay, here. Bear with me, guys. We're gonna move. We're moving. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, here it is, guys. So the yarn wall, which is completely full now, and that is all organized in buckets now. So yes, it still looks like a heap, but it's actually in buckets. Let's see if I can actually move around here to show you. Look at that. That looks so much better. So much better. That one just fell out of the yarn wall just a moment ago when I was taking out the other one, the granny square yarn. And then I have 2 bags over there that that I have no room for. So, you know, sorry guys. Hope I don't make anybody sick. Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm so happy. I got that done on Sunday. That was my Sunday project, and that's all I did all day long until the evening, and then I started working on granny squares. So we got that done. That got accomplished. I wanted to get that accomplished. That got accomplished. So that's 2 bags of squares done. Then I worked on my neon blanket. Ooh. Just knocking black yarn all over my hairy dog floor. I got my neon blanket. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna back up here. Oof. So the pink stripe is finally done. And I'm over, let's see, I'm over halfway done with the gray stripe. So I do 10 rows of this, 8 rows of the gray. So, yeah, we're getting there. And when you get that far into the blanket, it's very time consuming, and I really wanted to work on a ton of things this weekend. So I didn't want to just sit and work on one project because I felt like I needed to do all the other projects that I needed to do. So I was jumping from one project to another. So then when I put this down and I picked up my husband's corner to corner blanket. And I got quite a ways on this actually. I am almost done. I think I'm about 3 or 4 rows away from being ready to start the decrease. So this is the corner to corner blanket that my husband wanted, and it's made out of the Red Heart Granny Square yarn in Moody Cherry. I have some of that here. Like I said, I don't use these for granny squares. Oh my god, there's dog hair everywhere. I don't use these for granny squares. I use them for corner to corner blankets because I love how they work up. Look at the patterns that just is beautiful. So it currently, when it touches the floor, it is about yay high. So I'm going to do, I think, 2 or 3 more rows, and that should be about a good height for him because he is 6'8", I think. And then I can start decreasing and finishing the blanket. So hopefully I will have enough yarn to do that without having to order it. I have 1, 2, where's my other one? Where is it? Oh, right here. I have 2.5 or 2 3/4 skeins. Oh my, sorry. 2 3/4 skeins left, so hopefully I can get it finished with that. And currently I did 3, so I'm 3 skeins into it. So I hope I can finish it with 6 skeins because I really don't want to get any more. There's no more in the store, and I don't really want to have to order 1 or 2 skeins at $10 and then pay shipping. But we will do what we have to do. But I'm guessing by the time I need them, they're going to be out of stock online, which has been the reoccurring situation. So, all right. So then after I was done working on that, because that is taken, because how far along it is and how big it has taken me a hot minute to get through 1 to 2 rows. It's taken a while. So I was like, well, I don't want to waste my time completely all working on this blanket. So then I jumped to granny squares. And then I made the granny squares that I'm finishing up. I got everything but the border done. Now this one's bordered. but I got 13 squares done, and I just need to put the border on them. I got 6 done with the border, so I just need to finish that. That's what I'm working on now. And then yesterday, I think I already showed you these, but I can't remember now. Honestly, I've done this video like 3 times now, so I'm pretty sure I worked on these yesterday. I started and finished them yesterday, and it took like 5 hours. It's amazing how long granny squares take from start to finish if you're just sitting working on them. It's time consuming. You don't realize that. So I was so disappointed. I was telling my mom yesterday. So I got 13 of those done yesterday. I was telling my mom on the phone. I said, I feel like I have literally accomplished nothing. I said, because everything I've done has taken forever, and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Even though I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four stacks of granny squares pretty much done. Well, 3 for sure, ready to be put together into bags. I still feel like I haven't accomplished anything, and it's just everything's so time consuming right now. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. All those things. So right now I'm just finishing up borders on the red squares. Oh, and then on Sunday, when my husband got off of work, we went to a Thai place to eat dinner. And then I said I wanted to go to Joann's, and he's like, yeah, absolutely, we'll run by Joann's. So I was like, okay. And what I wanted to get at Joann's was black fabric for this bag here. Obviously, they didn't have it. They never have it when I need it. So, I couldn't get that. However, while I was walking around the yarn area to see if there was any yarn that I wanted to buy, which I didn't find any, I did see some hooks that I had been interested in for probably over a month. However, I'm not one to spend a lot of money on hooks. So, it was quite a deal for me to do so. I have seen, at Michael's, they have the Prim, Prym, which I'm sure you've seen Cinnamon Stitches do a review. Jada and Stitches has done a review on these recently. I came across these before, and I wanted them beforehand, but after I watched that, I really, really wanted them. So, now these are normally, like at Michael's, are like $9 a piece. I would never spend $9 a piece on a hook, ever. However, they had boxes, they had full sets, from 3.5 to 12. 2 boxes for $32. So it's about $64. I had coupons, so I did not pay $64. I paid like $50. I got the entire set of Prim hooks. And they are exactly as Cinnamon Stitches said in her video. They're pretty much like the Hobby Lobby ones, which what I bought. I love a 5.5. And Prim doesn't have 5.5. They only have like 7, 3.5, 4.5, 12. Like, I bought a 6.5 and a 5.5 at Hobby Lobby months and months ago. And I've used them one time because they're ergonomic, and it's going to take my hands a little bit of practice to get used to them. So, but I'm excited about these. So I bought myself, instead of getting fabric, which they didn't have, and yarn, which I didn't need or want, I got myself a set of Prim hooks. And yeah, so that's what I did. That's what I bought. And now I think I'm good on the hook department for a hot minute. So, other than that, I haven't really bought anything. I did work... Let me see if I can find it. I did, as far as the Roseanne blanket goes... No, I'm not going to be able to find the square I did. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. It's very important. It's an important square. My bag of granny squares for the Roseanne blanket. Figures I'm not gonna be able to find the square I did. I made a square the other day. Nope. I don't know where it went. It's buried in here somewhere. Anyway, I made 1 square blanket. My contribution to the blanket this week was 1 square, and that was the other night. And then I was like, no, we can't take time to do the square. We got to do market prep stuff, because the stuff that I have for market prep takes a long time to make and finish between starting and finishing. Not everything, but a good majority of it. So my zipper bags, my bags, as you can see, it's like a process. I make the granny squares, then I have to put them together, then I put the lining in, then I crochet it up, then I add the straps. It's a process. Blankets. I sell a lot of blankets. They take time. It's a process. They're time consuming. I'm not gonna, oh, excuse me. I'm not gonna wait until October to get all my market prep stuff done, because by then I'm going to be scrambling and not enjoying it, and I want to enjoy it. So I'm trying to get ahead of market prepping for this fall for my show in November. While I was looking at I was going to make a zipper bag, and then I lost interest because, yeah, I don't know. I lost interest, so I opened up my fabric stash, which apparently now I'm getting a fabric stash. I hate sewing. So I have a fabric stash from scraps from my other bags that I made and sold. I found a finished, not a finished bag, but half finished bag. I just need to put the lining in and put it together. I found this put together, just ready to be add the fabric and sewn up from my last craft show when I sold my bags. And here's the reason. So there's dog hair all over my stuff. The reason I didn't realize that I knew I had made this, but I didn't take it with me because I made one that was this. Same colors, just a different border. And this one got more attention, so I brought this one with me, and that one didn't actually sell, but I got a lot of attention on it, and I didn't have time to finish this one, to be honest, so I just brought the one. So I have one already made, ready to go. I just gotta get some material for it and finish it. So I got one ready to go, and then I found when I was cleaning my stash up over here, I had made another one. This one actually is going to a home though. This one's going somewhere. I had made this one, and I'm gonna send it to one of the other podcasters that I watch, because she loves the color teal. So I made this one, but I'm going to make another one for the show. But I just love it. So that one's ready to get... I got fabric for it and everything. I just got to put it together. So 2 bags are almost done, but one's going to be leaving to go somewhere else. So technically that one doesn't count. So I got 1 bag put together. Now I just got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to put together. And then we're going to do more squares because I'm not going to only make 4. I'm going to make a lot more than that. So... I literally need to just sit down and make a list. I really do. I need to just sit down and make a list of everything that I'm going to make. Make sure I'm not rolling over yarn here. Everything I'm going to make for this craft show. Oh my god, camera. Figure your life out. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Yeah. It is 1:30. I don't think this is going to be a super long video today just because I have a lot of stuff I want to do. But I wanted to get a video up for you guys so you could see what I've been working on, what I've had accomplished so far. Like I said, it feels like I haven't gotten a ton accomplished, but I really have, to be honest. Because my stuff is time consuming. The stuff that I make takes a long time to get from point A to point B. I mean, considering the fact that I was able to get this much done in 4 days. Imagine what I could do. Like, I mean, ideally, my dream would be to not work outside the home and have a crochet business where I did craft shows and made videos. Ideally, like I mentioned before. But reality is something different because obviously we can't afford that. And I think we would need to have it to where, until I got going really well, you always have to make money, or you always have to have money to make money, to start with, anyway. So what we would need is for, let's just say I quit my job, which I'm not even considering at this point. Let's make that very clear. We're talking many years down the road. if ever. In this area, I don't know how much. I would have to travel a lot for craft shows, unfortunately, because this area doesn't have a lot of them that do really well. I would need to, number one, have craft shows that do well in order to sustain an income. Number two, I would need a lot of videos on YouTube, obviously, build up my YouTube channel content, things like that. Number three, after I would quit my extra work, my outside the home work, I would need to make sure that our lives could be sustained on my husband's income, which right now is not a thing. And I don't know if it will ever be that way, like just because of life. So, I mean, I would need, in case it took me a while to get off the ground, and be at a place where we could sustain an income on this business. But realistically, it's not a thing, but I always want to get to that point because that's a dream I have. So eventually maybe that'll happen, but am I upset about it? No, I'm not. I mean, I love the job that I'm doing now. I'm really enjoying it. I don't mind going to work every day. Like, obviously sometimes I'd rather stay in bed, but but it's a good feeling to go to work every day and have accomplishments and then get paid and see, hey, oh, look at all the work I did. Oh man, look at that. So maybe towards retirement we'll get to that. We're not even close to retirement. We are like 25 years away from retirement right now. Probably more. If I'll ever be able to retire. Anyway, so that's a dream I have, would be to work from home doing this business and this business only. The only part that is not appealing about that is having to do all the taxes and stuff every month, or however, every 3 months, or whatever is required when you get to that point in your income. I don't make enough right now except for to pay sales tax once a year. I don't, so I don't have to worry about that. Which is sad, but at the same time, it's understandable since I have an outside income and, well, because I need an outside income. Like I said, the area that I live in, there's not a whole lot of craft shows that are constant that can make you money like every day or every week. I would really have to travel to probably different states. Well, definitely different cities for sure during different months, and do different events, which are more expensive, which I can't afford right now. So, but again, if I ever got to that point, I would need to make sure that we would have the money for the craft shows before I actually, obviously we'd have to have the money to apply for the craft shows. And then, we'd have to see where that goes. So if it was a flop, then we'd have to make sure that we had the money to sustain what we would have had and wouldn't have to worry about it. So, and right now that's just not in the cards, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay doing this on the side. I'm okay not having this as a full-time business yet. Like I said, I'm enjoying my other job, so I just started it. Obviously, I want to get someplace with it, so and I like it, so yeah. But ideally, I would love to have a full-time channel, full-time craft shows, full-time videoing, that kind of thing. I am jealous of those who can have that. So if you do have that, be thankful that you have that and you are successful at that. Because I have not been successful at having a craft business in the area that I live in. Mostly, like I said, because you have to have money to make money, and I have, up until recently, we have not been in that position. So hopefully now that we're a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more consistent with income, things will change. So we'll see what happens. But this other craft show that I wanted to do, I never would have been able to do it before. The one that I'm doing in November, I paid like $350 for it. I would never have been able to do that before. So I need to make sure I have enough product to fill that space, because I have never had a space that big before. which is why I'm working so hard now to do all the market prep, so as not to overwhelm myself. Oh, and another thing, so we got some bad news regarding my husband. Hold on a second. God, stupid yarn. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna get this done here. There we go. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, my husband could not walk on his other hip. He had one hip replaced, as I mentioned before. He woke up in the middle of the night in excruciating pain, could not put any weight on his other hip. Thankfully, he had a walker, he had crutches, things like that, so he could actually move to and from. He went to the doctor, they did an x-ray, said, we have to get you in to get an MRI, which obviously we knew because you can't see what you need to see with an x-ray. He got an MRI last week, last Saturday, like 3 days ago, Saturday, the weekend before. And he has to have his second hip replaced, and that is happening in like a week. So I will keep you guys updated. I'm sure it will go fine. We already went through one. Now we have to go through the other. I'm hoping this is the last surgery that he has to have for a few years. This is 2 hip replacements within a year. We and the doctors were not prepared for how quickly the other hip degenerated, or degenerated. So it's a lot to handle. It's a lot to handle. It really is. It's gonna be rough. We've gone through it before, so we know what to expect at least. But it's gonna be stressful. It's gonna be. I have to take a couple days off of work. I don't know how much time he's gonna have to take off from work. We're just gonna have to see what happens at this point, but I know he's not planning on taking too much time off because they obviously have him mobile same day. He's able to move around. They want him to move around as much as possible. So I know he wants to be back to work within a week. So we'll see how realistic that is. But I don't know what's gonna happen because I know that I'm gonna have to. He's not able to drive for at least, I don't know how many. He wasn't able to drive for weeks with the first one. So we're gonna see what happens. So I'm just gonna have to keep you guys updated because right now that's all we know is he's having surgery in June on a specific day. So yeah, and everything else is kind of up in the air. Which really sucks because we just started these jobs. It sucks because we don't have, well, for one, I don't make any PTO right now. I don't get any vacation time or time off until I've been there a year, which is understandable. So it really sucks to have to take a lot of time off for both him and myself, because he builds up PTO, but he's not going to have enough to cover his surgery. Not to mention the surgery is not being covered by WSI, even though it was the same issue that happened with his other hip, and it had happened when his other hip happened. But they're not covering this one, so that's going to be an out-of-pocket expense for us, which is frustrating because we feel like we just came out of the hole, and now we're going to be back in the hole with medical bills. So, but that's life. That's life, you know, so we'll get through it, but you know, that's going to be something that's taking place. So next week, I don't know what my recording schedule is going to be next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. Because it's not this week, it's next week. He gets his surgery. Next Thursday. Yeah. So depending on how the weekend goes, I may or may not be able to record. I probably will have to do it when he's sleeping like I did last time. Just because we're going to be home together and there's going to be a lot of noise happening. So there's that. So just keep us in your prayers if you would, please. Hopefully I'll do another video before his surgery. So, but as of right now, we're not, that's all I know. That's all we both know. And we're going to have to go from there and just take it as it comes. So, but I mean, a positive is that we've been here before. We've done this hip surgery before. We know what to expect. So, just wanted to inform you guys of that. Trying to think. I am so tired. I just can't think anymore today. So, I am probably going to cut this one short. I may go take a nap, honestly. I'm very tired. I've only been up for like 2 hours. I need a nap. I need to finish. I will be finishing the squares today. And then probably starting something else. So that's the goal for today. I will do the dishes today because they need to be done. Hopefully I will do them. I'm so unmotivated. I'm not motivated right now. I'm not. I'm just tired and I want to sleep. So maybe we'll take a nap and then we'll see how motivated we are. Alright guys, well thanks for tuning in and checking on my progress with things, and we will see you all in the next video, which will be next weekend. Alright, have a good day. Bye.